Okay, I think I'm live. This is a new setup on a Mac, so I'm not sure if I'm doing everything correctly. I think I am. Should share with the Discord and see if everything is okay. Okay. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've done a live stream. I've been having a lot of, I don't know, just stuff happening. But yeah, let's roll. Hopefully, everyone can hear that. Everything should be back to normal, basically. Yeah, if anybody is in this stream, I don't think there is anybody yet, but if there's anybody that comes in, yeah, David, Wagwan. Does everything sound normal? To me, it looks like everything should be normal. I can hear you and the music as well. Oh my god. Sick. I kind of want this screen capture to not be my whole screen, so I can just do like this. There we go. This needs to be Ableton screen. It's not changing. Your mic sounds kind of whack. I'm quiet. Okay, let me maybe. Hello, 1 2. It might be some filters I've got on it. Noise suppression. This might be better. I'm just going to listen to it. Hopefully it doesn't it doesn't feedback. Hello. There we go. Yeah, it sounds good. That sounds good, right? The mic should sound normal now. Let's turn it up. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, with some crap noise suppression setting. Alright. move all this stuff out of the way. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm going to just wait for people to join. I'm just going to start at like 6, but I'll just keep working on this song. I can't see the chat at the same time as streaming because I've only got one screen. It's a bit annoying. I wish I could minimize. Can I do that? Oh. Can I like just minimize to that side? No. Yeah, maybe if I move this all the way over. What's good? Mixglim, do see you guys. Ah, it's annoying. I want to be able to see this chat. There we go. Like that. There we go. This sound, it's just not quite there. I mean, you can keep your mouse over the green button and then it lets you put things next to each other. Ah. Okay. Yeah, like that. That's sick. Okay. Ah, but then where's the chat gone? The problem is it's prioritizing the screen. Sorry guys, I'm just getting used to the Mac. Yeah, I can't put the chat. I'll have to figure this out another time. Yeah, so it should be here. Shit. Yo. Yeah, I think maybe that would probably work, but for some reason I can't get it to work now. I need to somehow make this smaller, like the screen side, but I don't think it's going to do that. Maybe I can... Can I like prioritize the chat? Yeah, like that. Participants. No. Ah, it's a minor thing. I'm just going to do this. And I can just click. Yo. Yeah, some people are coming in now. Nice. We can, yeah, start soon. 5 minutes. I'm just going to try and make this pluck nice. Problem with it is it's like... Feels like sometimes it comes out of phase. Maybe. What up? What up? Ah! This melody. The sound, there's something about it I don't like. Bum-bum-ba-da-bum. Maybe I need to layer it. Right, I like something about it, but. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's a bit more subtle. Yeah, man. All right, so yeah, in 4 minutes, I'm gonna jump into the track. So we got quite a few. I guess it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so yeah, people are throwing them in. Mixed glims in the queue. So we got DO5, I think, to start. Yeah, this is the beginning. So DO5, then we got Mickey Doke, Mickey Doke, Michael, and Deuce, Mixglim. Yeah, a few guys. Yeah, if you want to guarantee that you get your track listened to, feel free to donate to the stream. I think the link should still work. I don't know. Nice. You got them home job. That's what it's all about, working from home. That's what dreams are made of. Yeah, I need to do something else with this second half. It feels a little bit like samey. I've been messing around with the Arturia stuff. Like, this bass patch is fucking sick. Listen to it. This thing. Where's it gone? I don't know. I can't remember how to look at it. Yeah, I need to get used to this bloody thing. Yeah, man. That's what I that's what I do. I'm supposed to do work every day, but you end up just like making a song or some shit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play through this one more time and see if I feel something in my balls. Yeah, I think the track might be about there. I only just announced it today. Crumb. Yeah, cool. Let's listen to some shit music. Right, I'll just save this. Um, Right, so let us begin with oh, too far. DO5 in the place. Let's get rid of all this. Yep. I'll just load a few up so I know where I'm at. Alright, we'll have 4 to start. Let's bring up the chat. Yeah, cool. So let's begin. So we're going to start with DO5. As always, with the feedback, don't take it too personal. It's just my opinion, but it's an educated opinion, so you should definitely listen to me, and anything I say, you should definitely apply. No, not really. But yeah, obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt. The M1, the Mac, yeah, I'm on an M1 now. It's amazing, to be fair. I can't believe it took me so long to convert to Mac. But to be fair, they're bloody expensive. So, yeah, it took quite a bit of my savings. Oh, shit, I need to charge my laptop. Yeah, what's crazy is, like, I can run a project with, like, anything I want, basically. It's almost impossible for me to tap out the CPU. Like, I had a project with, like, maybe 20 or 30 different FabFilter things on it, and Diva, Serum, didn't have to freeze anything. My CPU was at like 30%, which is insane. It's, yeah, unbelievable. And it's like a little laptop, which I don't understand it. So yeah, I'm going to be building some mega projects now, or at least like I'll be able to mix how I want using like nice FabFilter stuff, and I have to keep freezing things. So yeah, we're ready to listen to some music. Let's go. So far, I really like it. It's very groovy. It matches like the theme of your logo. That kind of like I don't know, 70s. Was it 70s? I'm thinking of, or maybe 80s, like disco-y vibes. Yeah, I mostly like it. The only thing that was making me a little bit like, ooh, wish it would change this a little bit was the ARP here was just it just stayed kind of open and didn't really move or change at this point here, and it just repeated over and over. I feel like maybe you could have faded it away a little bit and let some of the other stuff breathe before you come into this bit here, or done some like little modulation on the or automation on it to keep it a little bit more interesting. But so far, so good. Yeah, something wasn't right there. Yeah, maybe you don't need that kick there. That feels a bit random. You could just come in with the da 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 da, or maybe have a little reverse tail of it coming in, so it's being introduced. It just feels a bit sudden there. What's up, Mason? Yeah, nice track, man. Really like that DO5. It was not what I expected, but I think I haven't heard your music for a little while. Yeah, it was funky. I guess the only thing is personal tasting. I just like the drop for me was very bright and pretty and sparkly, and I kind of wanted like a bit more groovy and a bit meaner. Like here, it's nice where you kind of drop away some of the arps and some of the other melodies. Like that's nice and funky. I can really hear the bass here. It's just a little bit bright, but I understand that you want that impact on the drop. So yeah, leave it as it is. It's just my personal taste. Yeah, I think it might be just I'm not in love with that melody. It's a little bit cheesy, but I guess it's kind of going with the vibe. And the vocal is good, like it's like a bit of a placeholder, but it's not like, wow, that vocal's sick. And like it doesn't really have much of a hook to it. Like, not really understanding what she's saying. But the vibe, like the general vibe is really good, and it's very groovy and funky. And yeah, it's making me like think of, I don't know, some kind of 80s film. I'm trying to think what it is. But yeah, anyway, really nice. I'm going to move on. There's not much more I could say to that. Yeah, it fits the cover. That's what I said at the start. You should make music like that. It definitely fits the... You must like that kind of vibe. There's Daft Punk kind of... not Daft Punk. Cyberpunk kind of colours. All right, so this is Michael. Where are you in the chat? What was your name in Discord? This is Mickey Doe. Yeah, Michael. Don't know what your artist name is, to be fair. Is it Michael Music? Christian. Yeah, I bop my head so much. It's ridiculous. I think this is the same vocal I was just used. There's some dissonance here. I'm not sure. I felt it here as well. It might be that the chords have got a lot of delay on, so they're kind of bleeding into each other, or the chords might not be right. It's a bit hard to tell. Yeah, the chords are all good. It's the way they're delaying. I would maybe just chill a little bit on the delay. Each chord is playing into each other. That snare is really not the one. I think, yeah, the drums need a little bit of work. So I would try either layering that snare with something that's a little bit more crunchy. It's just a bit dry, a bit flat, and it feels like you've copped out a little bit with the drums. Just try a little bit of layering, and maybe just like a little bit more volume in the high end as well, a little bit more lush samples, good sample selection. Is it the bass? Yeah, it might be. Let's have a listen. It is the bass, isn't it? It's something, I think I don't know what you're doing with the bass. It might be like you have you got any pitching going on with it. You could just get away with a sub in this, man. You don't need like a big bass because the chords are quite low down. Really, really nice chords. Yeah, you need a bit of a like that acoustic feel to the drums. That snare is just like sharp and yeah, not the best. The kick also, if you listen to it, it's quite like a little bit flappy. It's okay, it's not bad, but it could use a little bit more punch. Yeah, you've got a potential here because like you got all the right elements. You got all the right elements apart from some of the drum samples, but like the chords are really nice. The melody's nice. You got a good vocal as well. The arrangement feels pretty solid as well. But yeah, you got to sort them drums out, which is an easy fix. I think just with a good snare, you're almost like 70% of the way there. But yeah, it's quite. At the minute, I wouldn't be sending this to labels just just because of the snare alone, just because it plays so often. Just get a nice like layered snare, and yeah, maybe a little bit more hats. You could be putting like rides and stuff like that on the second part of the track. But yeah, really nice work otherwise. That reminds me of something. Like what is that? I feel like it's like not like Massive Attack, but what is that off? Anybody know? It's gonna bug me, that is. Anyway, thank you for sending it in. That's all I can really think to say on it. Everything else is really nice. Just little tweaks on the drums. Now we're on to Deucey. Let's go. Santa and Jonathan come to slag some people off. What are you asking? Oh, the verb. Yeah, it was really nice. I did enjoy it. I guess I was kind of waiting for a bit of a special moment. Like the melodies all work really well, but it's a bit like, I don't want to say generic, but it's the thing that's coming to my mind. No, 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 no. It's like it's really well done, but it's been done. But not that there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I think the issue you might be having is you are side chaining quite heavily. Like here, it's very bass, which might be taking away from a little bit of the energy on the bass here. Yeah, the problem here is that you've left the bass in at this drop. You can hear it all the way through. And then you just took it away there. I would try to take away a bit more of the bass here and do a bit of a drum fill here or something like that. And then go into your drop. You just need a little bit more impactful elements there. Yeah, and it's just like, and the ARP, maybe you could do a little bit more work on the ARP to make it feel a little bit more lush. Add a bit of saturation to it, possibly a little bit of chorus, or layer it with something. It just feels a little bit like, it does sound all right. It just sounds a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not special. That's not the word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, maybe you need a little vocal here or something. It's just like, you know, not it's just nice, but it just doesn't have that thing where you're like, oh, that thing that catches you. And whether that be like a vocal, or maybe you do a bit more work on the pluck to make it sound a little bit more unique. At the minute it just sounds like, you know, like an average pluck, but the melodies are really nice and the drums are good. The mix sounds pretty spot on. Like the kick's very nice and punchy. I would say maybe side chaining a little bit less so things can breathe a bit more. Boring. Jonathan was so savage. Were you trying to finish my sentence? Yeah. Yeah, see, like here, the drums are pretty flat. Mixcom's right. That hat is just so short and like, there's not much going on there. And even when you build it a little bit more, there's not much hat energy. You need a little bit more shakers and things like that. A little bit more high energy in terms of the drums, at least. Not the melodies. I think a little bit of swing as well would help the track. Just feel a little bit rigid. Yeah, here's a little bit better, to be fair. Maybe you shouldn't have saved that for so long. Build it a little bit more with the hats and stuff here. But this is almost sounding right. You've got quite a bit more here. But then you could have more here. If you put more here, then you could have even more here. It's just going to give more energy to the track. Drums are like the best way to add energy to the track. So your initial request, before we rinsed you, was on transitional energy. I'm not actually sure what you mean by transitional energy. Do you mean like here to here, like how to transfer that energy? Oh yeah, that's a bit sudden. What I do in these little areas here is, I think you have kind of done it, like filter the drums down, take the kick away, and tried to have, if you have some element that's coming in here, try to have like a reverse tail into it, or some kind of pad that starts here towards the end of the drop that kind of bleeds into the bridge. So there's like still a bit of energy there, but it's not the same kind of content. It's not like drums or bass. It's something that's just got like a nice feel to it, and then it can kind of bleed over into here. I think that's what you mean with transferable energy. Is that what you said? Transferable energy, transitional engorge. But yeah, I hope that helps. I can't think what else to say. I think we've rinsed you to death. But it's a good track, man. I'm only being harsh because I've heard your music before. You're really good, and you know, you need that harsher treatment. But yeah, it's definitely like almost there. I would definitely try and find a vocal though. I say this to everyone, and I'll probably say it another more 1,000 times. But the vocal is what can get you signed 9 times out of 10. Every single track I do now has a little bit of a vocal on it, and this doesn't have really any kind of hook line. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. We're on to the main man, Mixglim. Not sure why he asked for feedback, because usually produces the bangers. But let's see. I like that it's always short. Okay, yeah, I can kind of tell from here. See this kick? It's very sub heavy, which is nice. You're missing a bit of the top. So when this bass comes in here, that kick kind of just gets buried. It all turns into one big bassy. You need just need a little bit of a top end to the kick, but it's a nice kick. Like what you guys saying? You can crush your dreams. Nice, that's good. Break is still. Well, I couldn't read then. Break is still not great. And you're gonna wait until I have the close for that. Okay, cool. Yeah, you need more punch. It wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of like ear candy drum stuff in this section here. The drums sound nice as they are. I love the hats, and the bass sounds good. Just yeah, a little bit of punch on the kick, but yeah, a little bit of like things coming in and out, and ear candy would be really nice. Yeah, really, really nice. It all came together very nicely. I like this drop. It was good. And with a vocal, it would obviously send it over the edge. I like the chord change here as well. I would say maybe you could also bring out the little kind of techno-y stab things you've got here. Like yeah, like these little things. Bam 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 bam. Bam bam bam. They just need to come up a little bit more. Like they're there, and I can feel them a little bit, but I think the groove would appreciate if they were there a bit more. But then if you got like a vocal, you might not want them to be big and loud because they might get in the way. But yeah, sounds really good. Sounds like a good idea. Just needs obviously finishing. But yeah, man, nice work. Let's move on. Yeah, I won't close this down. Let's find some more people. Okay. We got this one. Bamuna. Kadot, my man. Christian. Right, yep. There we go. Yeah, I didn't expect that. That's definitely not a Mixcliff trap. I think he's probably like, I want to make something dirty. He makes a lot of like kind of like nice chilled. I'm like that. I make so much like melodic kind of like pretty tracks. I'm like, oh, I just want some like filthy bangers. But then I end up just making nice tracks. I've done it so many times where I've started a track and then it ended up into some like pretty thing, or just like not filthy enough. I need to I need to work on that. Anyway, so let's go with Bamuna. And yeah, let's go. Nice drums. Kick started in a weird place. Very, very nice. That was sick. There's nothing that I would say to change about that. Obviously, yeah, a vocal would bring it all together. It's like a very nice instrumental. All the melodies are sick. Like they work really well with each other. Nothing's trying too hard. Very subtle. Yeah, I really liked it. Like I love this little lead line that comes in there. I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice job. Yeah, man. I honestly can't think of a single thing that I would change or needs work on that. Your production is sick, man. Every time I hear your music, it's always spot on. But yeah, try and find a vocal, which is the pain. I think you could almost get away with it not having a vocal. To be fair, I mean, it grooves nicely, the melody's nice, and it evolves really good. But it also just wouldn't hurt to have like a little vocal stab just to give that kind of human thing to it, and then it'll you'll just tick it off. I think it's a lot more chance of it getting signed. Yeah, man, absolutely sick. Everyone seemed to love it in the chat. Good job. All right, I'm gonna do a few more, and then I need to go. Someone just rang me. But yeah, cool. We're going to Cadot. Let's go. Oh, they're ringing me again. Just 1 second. Let's see what it is. Oh, someone's trying to scam me. So I had a phone number, your phone number 8 years ago, and I had my email account connected to it. Can you please send me the code? Don't know if I trust that. Anyway, let's go. Lovely drums. Really love it so far. There's just I think there's something at the low end which is missing for me. I think maybe you need a little bit more sub or a little bit of the lower mids. And you can hear the sidechain quite clear here with the synths. Potentially if you go away with sidechaining where you're just sidechaining a bit of the lower frequencies and let the high frequencies breathe a little bit more, could work really well. But so far it's sounding sick. I love the drums and I love the melodies. So yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely something going on with this low end here. Like the kick here, I'm trying to like listen to it and I can't really feel it or hear it enough. Yeah, it's just getting kind of buried. I think you just need a little bit more of a knock to it. Maybe you need to compress it a little bit so it feels a little bit more full, and potentially, yeah, I don't want to say sidechain more because it sounds like you're sidechaining a lot. Yeah, it just needs more of a dump, like a bit more of a knock, so it can drive the track a bit more. Because here it's lacking that impact because of that. You need that low end impact. Yeah, you can kind of tell by the kick here. Obviously, you've taken away some of the low end in the kick here, but you can tell it's a little bit of a weak kick. It needs a little bit more. Yeah, really nice, really pretty. I love your style, Cadot. I feel like with just like a little bit more time, it's gonna be like the thing that really sets you apart. Because you definitely do a different type of music to other people, like to a degree. Obviously, a lot of these things have been done, but you do it in your own way, which is great and it stands out. But yeah, the mixing just needs a little bit more work. So you're side chaining very heavily, and I think it's to try and let the kick come through, but the problem is the kick isn't very strong. And I think it might just be a volume difference. So you need the kick volume to be a bit louder in comparison to everything else. It feels like it's just getting squashed a bit. So it's like, excuse me, burping. It sounds like it's not driving the track enough. Also, just one other thing is like with the chords you're using, they're really nice, and the vibe is lovely, but I think you're kind of like overusing them a bit. You need a bit of variance. So here it has more impact, but the chords are kind of the same as what they were for most of it. You're just kind of opening the synths up. Yeah, like that's kind of the same as here, but I guess you've opened them, like you've done some different intervals on them, but and this is all good to leave this as it is, but maybe other times in the track you're doing different rhythms on the chords, or different synth or something like that, or just little counter melodies in there. Also in here I would probably put like some kind of climaxing counter melody that's a bit drier in the mix and doesn't have so much reverb and isn't so like noisy. This channel just cutting through, so da, 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 just cutting through that melody and kind of playing off it. I think that would work really well to really just make it feel like it's climaxing. But the drums are absolutely sick. I love them. Really nice and lush, and the vibe's really nice. Like the track's really good. It is long, as always. With your music, it's very long, and this isn't like an extended mix. Obviously, this is like, I mean, it's like a kind of extended, but it's like very short at the beginning here and end. It's more like a very long radio edit. So yeah, I would try to cut some time down, because it does kind of get a bit like, I don't want to say repetitive, because it does feel like it changes, but yeah, you could possibly get away with getting rid of like maybe this bit here, so you don't have that kind of like impact thing here, yet you save it till this moment, because you kind of do this weird, that's like a bit of a big moment, but that big moment kind of comes here, so you could get away with cutting that, just in my opinion. Maybe don't need to, but yeah, the analog synth, if you got a Moog or whatever you've got, yeah man, that would help a lot with the low end. But just try and watch the mixing. You just really got to prioritize the kick over the things, so try and let the kicks come through, because it's going to make a big difference to like the drive of the track and the danceability of the track. Yeah. Hey, you love a long track. My tracks are short. You love them. I feel like everyone you ever done is so long. Yeah, you got this. You could just cut that down. Possibly just cut like this whole section here. Nah, joking. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna do like 2 more. So on to Christian. What's happening, David? Oh yeah, you were already here. You've just been quiet. No worries. I mean, it might be coming in here. Wait, let me play it. Yeah, we're missing that sub. Missing the like to layer on top of that thing. Maybe you've got it in there, but it's just a bit quiet. Just if I'm missing that kind of like body of the low end. Yeah, I like the idea though. That snare's just too, I think it's too weak, too quiet. So I think the sound is actually quite good, but I would bring it up, make it a bit more bold and confident. Nice melody. Bring that piano up. I think this was a bit too long, this bridge. It was a very long, like, it was very pretty. It's a very long bridge, and then not that much impact here, really. You know, like not as much, not much payoff for such a long build up. I would have probably brought the drop in like here. I obviously do a few transitional things here and whatever you've got here, but I would get rid of this section here personally. There's something about the bass as well. I think maybe what you could do is just reduce the decay a bit, make it a little bit more stabby and rhythmical. It's a bit like a bit farty at the minute. You could have that the decay or like the cutoff, the thing that's opening it up. You could have that playing with velocity or something, just so it feels a bit groovy. So it's not just like dun, 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 dun. So it's not the same all the time. You need that little bit of movement. The drums are nice here. Track is ridiculously long. Like for what's going on in the track, you really do need to cut down some sections, especially when you're like a new artist. You have to like bear in mind that nobody knows you to want to listen to your music for, you know, nearly 10 minutes, unfortunately, apart from yourself, unless you're just making music for yourself. But yeah, if you're trying to get your music signed and stuff, and then even if you get your track signed and then released, you know, you don't have any like die-hard fans that are willing to listen to a long piece of music by you. So you got to keep it kind of short and snappy. That feels a bit conflicted. That tom is either out of key or it's just playing over the top of the bass. It's like something's not right there. It's like a constant. There's no groove in between the bass, the kick, and that tom. Try soloing just the kick, bass, and the tom, and see if they're actually like grooving together and working together. Alright, I'm going to skip through a little bit because it's a very long one. I want to give people a chance to share their music as well. The other thing is, like, you have this pad atmosphere thing, the woman going, ooh. And I think because obviously the track's so long, I'm getting bored of that sound now. So it's like you kind of want something new. The thing is, if you have such a really long track, you do have to keep things varied and interesting and have a few switches of things happening here and there, at least in my opinion. You can't just listen to the same kind of loops being used over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, this, I mean, it's evolved, but it's essentially the same. You've done the same kind of thing as here and here. Yeah, you just added the dun 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 dun. Yeah, I mean, I would just, yeah, really try and cut everything down. You could cut a lot of the sections in half. Um, I don't think it's enough to really carry the track. Like to say, okay, yeah, this is the final climax. This is the big part of the track, and you just have like just a pluck. Dun, 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 dun. It's not really enough to carry it. I would try and either source like a nice big bold vocal as always, or do some kind of interesting creative sound design, something to just kind of grip you a little bit more. Yeah, but I like the vibe of it. I think it just needs a little bit better execution, and the arrangement's such a big thing because it's like just listening to something for such a long period of time, everything is going to end up getting boring unless you really good, like know what you're doing and you can evolve things nicely. But yeah, it's just that's the thing that's really letting you down with the track, the fact that it's just so long. But yeah, cool. I'm going to move on. Right, so this will be the last one I do. This is Craig Faded, Planetary Exploration. Are you still in the chat, Craig? I'm sure you was here before, I think. See that pluck thing that's kind of like in its own timing. How else to describe it? Dun, dun. It's like doing its own groove, which is all good, kind of free flowing. But I would be personally bringing it away at some point because it's kind of messing with the groove. Also, the low end the track needs to come up in volume a bit, but yeah, that's obviously not that important. But the low end also just needs a little bit tidying up. Needs to be a bit more punchy. Why does this keep popping up? Go away. Yeah, it's just like it's a bit flat here. You can hear the bass is dun dun dun. You need a bit of like that body, a bit of warmth, a bit of stereo information. not completely, but a little bit of stereo information in the bass, it really does help a lot. It makes it a big difference. Like, listen to the low end here, right? And then I'll play this. It's gone. But yeah, I'll load it up. Not the same track, I know. Like the one I'm going to show you is breaksy, but just to hear in context with the low end. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, that pluck's got to go at this point here. You can hear like it's not talking to anything else in the track. I like the little melody you've got coming in there. I think a habit that people get into, and I mean I'm guilty of it as well, and I definitely did it a lot in the past, is just having things loop too much over 16 bars. Like every 8 bars it's good to try not to do your arrangement in your track like too far ahead. So you do your 8-bar loop or 16-bar loop, whatever you're making, and in that 16, say if it's 16 bars, and I would advise that you do 16 bars, not 8 bars. In those 16 bars, you have variation from the first 8 to the second 8, and that's in terms of like the drums evolving, the melody, the sound design, automation, everything. So there's changes, maybe a new element comes in, and then you got the 16 bars, and that doesn't mean you're done for the track. That means, okay, you're done for like the main drop, and then maybe you do your bridge, and then you do a new 16, but the new 16's obviously got a lot of the same elements, but you evolve things a little bit more. If you do that, you're kind of onto a winner, because you've got like enough interesting elements that are constantly coming in and out. If you just have these things that just kind of repeat constantly, and they're not interesting enough, kind of like that pluck thing going dun, 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 it's just gonna you're gonna get, the listener's gonna get bored of them. Same with like just little things you can do, like with the bass line, you can add just little notes here and there, little octave jumps, maybe like just automation on it. Just little things you can do are going to keep every element nice and interesting, rather than just looping them. You'll find yourself when you're creating as well, you're going to get bored of your own creations because of things like that, just repeating things and looping them and copy and pasting them. I know it's dance music, so you need to have a bit of that like repeatability, but try to be a bit more creative with the elements that you have. Dugga dugga dugga. What's the dugga dugga dugga? Is it this one? It's pissing it down outside. Yeah, man, the low end's what's kind of not ruining it, but it's not giving it enough impact. Yeah, I was going to show you here. So like, like I said, it's not the same type of track, but you'll hear the low end should be different. So you can hear like the sub is fat, it's like warm, and the kick is very I mean, maybe I'm chatting shit and I'm wrong, but the kick is very punchy and bold. It's very full. You need one of these types of kicks. You got like a little bit of a transient, but then a very bold bulge for the punch. That's how you get like a nice punchy kick. And also I've layered it with a top transient, so that's going to help it come through in the mix of the kick together. You know, it's a very full sounding thing, and it's always louder than everything else in the track, which has obviously been told before. But you can see here, like, this is at 6 dB. Nothing really jumps over. These chords do, and I'll have to fix them, but they're not like constant. It's not something that's all the time. It's not going to be louder than it, all the time. So it's not going to cause any issues. But you can hear the difference there. Like, that really helps a lot with the low end. That's what you need to work on. Yeah, where are we? Yeah, I'm on the Mac, baby. Yeah, like, you listen to or just listen to the low. I mean, maybe that's not a fair assessment, but yeah, listen to the low end. Oh shit! What the fuck? I'm not used to this Mac at all. I need to. Yeah, let's just go like this. See, what am I doing? So yeah, even like the melody, right? I could just kept it like this, and just repeated this, or gone like this and just repeated like this first 4 bars. But then instead I did a little variance here to keep it interesting. Right? And then if you listen just mix wise, there's just no volume there. It needs to be bolder and louder and warmer. So yeah. So yeah, at this point here, get rid of that pluck. As I said before, like, it's good to have that for a little bit. The one that's kind of like out of time of everything. I hope you know which one I mean. Dun, dun, dun. It's this kind of like. Dun, 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 dun. I think that just you need to either syncopate it a bit more with the track at some point, or get rid of it when there's all these other melodies in there. A little bit too repetitive here as well at the end. Yeah. I've already said that. I don't want to overdo what I'm saying to you. Yeah, I mean, you've got some cool elements here, but yeah, it needs a little bit more work, my man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, full disclosure to you guys with the Anjunadeep release. So yeah, the track's been remixed by Jody and James, which is sick, really good. But I would say that my original, they didn't do the best job with the remix. Like, I sent it to some producer friends and they were like, they've not done it justice. So yeah, when it comes out, just bear in mind that the original release is coming out later this month, and in my opinion and a few of my friends' opinion, it's a lot better. So don't judge me on the remix. That's all I'm saying. But I'm still very excited that it's obviously on Anjunadeep. It's banging. But yeah, a little bit bummed. But, what? Damn it! No, I'm gonna go now. It's like an hour and a half in. I need to have food. I need to ring people and all that stuff. Yeah, I think quite a few people have sent in, so it's not like I can just do. I know it's just 2 more, but then there would be more. Now I'm gonna go. But yeah, cool. Thank you everyone who has swung by the stream. I will hopefully